Good day, grade 11. For this week, we are going to discuss about different chess pieces and its movements. Almost everyone has a general idea of what chess is, even if they don't know how to play. But common questions for both beginners and non-players alike include what chess pieces can jump, or what pieces can become a queen, or what pieces only move diagonally, or what chess piece is next to the knight, and so forth. So beginners want to know what chess pieces can move where and how to get them there without losing the game. So each side starts out with 16 pieces containing of 8 pawns, 2 rooks, 2 knights, 2 bishops, and a king and a queen, all in the same color. One important thing to note is one of the most commonly asked questions in regard to playing chess: who goes first? So the answer is white always goes first in chess. Therefore, players generally decide who will get to be white by chance or luck, such as either flipping a coin or having one player guess the color of the hidden pawn in the other player's hand. The purpose of the game is to checkmate the opponent's king. Checkmate occurs if the king is checked and cannot get out of the check. If a king is checked, he can get out in by moving out of the way, blocking the check with another piece, or capturing the piece threatening the king. If a king has no possible move to escape, then the game is over. In this section, or for today's discussion, we will cover each individual chess piece, how it moves and captures your opponent's pieces, and tips and tricks that apply specifically to that piece. Okay, now let's start with the king. Take note that the dot represents the direction of move of the pieces. So the king is the most important pieces. However, it is considered one of the weakest. If he is checkmate, then the game is over. King chess pieces are somewhat limited in their movement. They cannot go riding across the chessboard as quickly as most other pieces, and they are easier to contain than most chess pieces from an opponent's perspective. Here are a few rules to note. The king can move one single square in any direction. The king cannot move onto a square that is currently occupied by a piece from its own team. The king cannot move to any square that puts them into a check position. And lastly, the king piece can participate in a move known as castling, where the piece can move up to 3 squares while exchanging places with a rook chess piece. So later on, we are going to discuss the special moves you can do in chess, including the castling. Next, let's proceed with the queen. The queen is often considered the most powerful chess piece on the chessboard. She is placed next to the king on her own color. The game is not over when she is lost, but if your opponent has a queen and you do not, you may find yourself at a considerable disadvantage. The queen chess piece is like a combination of the rook and bishop chess pieces. Each player starts out with one queen, although any pawn that makes it to the other side of the board can be traded in for another queen, which is why some chess sets come with extra queens, also known as promotion. The queen can move forward or diagonal in any direction. Here are a few notes. The queen can move in any direction on a straight or diagonal path. The queen cannot jump over any piece on the board, so its movements are restricted to any direction of an occupied squares. And lastly, the queen can be used to capture any of your opponent's pieces on the board.